And we are back for another week of ERL action. Good evening everyone and welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix for round 20 of season 2. This season is coming to an end. We are here in Spain for today. This is pretty much a technical track. Only two DRS zones, and I personally I do not enjoy this track a lot. Well, let's see, we just started qualifying. We have 3 drivers so far, close to their timings. Robinet on the top with the 118.3, although we have Myra fastest in sector 1 and 2 on his debut race in that Red Bull. And let's see how he goes on the main straight. A 117.3, that's I think a very good time from Myra on softs. We have also Lopi starting this season 20. And not bad, 120.037 there. Let's go for the championship leader and the potential champion. AV can win the championship right here in Spain if he manages to score more than 18 points, since the title contender Connor isn't here. There he goes fastest in the middle sector, the most technical part of the track. So, what do we have here? We have a 16 turns. 16 turns, a 4.6 kilometers track, a 33 laps race. 2 DRS zones, one heading to turn 1, which I think is the most plausible overtaking opportunity, and we have AV going fastest and on provisional pole with a 117.3, just 48 milliseconds ahead of Myra there. And the other DRS zone heading to turn 10, which is also another so starting on the lap with Slayer, who won last week in Baku. He's on the mediums here. Let's see if he can give us a good time on those mediums, and crossing the line at 118.2, which will put him 5th fastest for now. Not bad, I guess. I also have Mr. Walter, who will be trying on the mediums also. Let's see if he can do better than Slayer. He's currently 10th fastest. And a 118.147 from Mr. Water, which will put him just faster than Slayer, and 6 faster. We also have Myra now going on the mediums. We'll try. Those drivers try to go for a 1 stop, although I think all those soft runners and Robinette going on the gravel trap. We have AV on an out lap, and let's go to Myra, who's on his mediums. And let's see if he can beat his lap time that he recorded on the softs. He's already starting on an invalidated lap, so he won't be beating anything. And next up we go to AV. Also with an invalidated lap. And after that, you have driver G-Star Snipes, who's starting to improve by 1/10 in sector 1. Oh! What happened there? Damn. That was a nasty impact between Lopi, who retired, and G-Star, who went in a Lopi, sorry. That was really tough. I think G-Star was in a fast lap. Meanwhile, we go to Myra, who's on the mediums, and he apparently has fastest sector 1. And he's going to the pits. He lost a lot of time in that chicane in sector 3. So we go to Slayer, who just started his lap on soft to see if he can compete for pole position. And he improves by 1/10 in sector 1. And invalidates his lap. Why don't we go to Robinette? Let's see if he will also invalidate his lap, because so far every driver has invalidated their lap. So why not Robinette? Yeah, he manages not to invalidate his lap. And he goes fastest in the middle sector, although he's not much faster than his previous lap. And through the most annoying chicane in the F1 calendar. And turn 16, and on the straight, does he have a fast time? He has a fast, not much, 5th fastest. He stays 5th fastest. Meanwhile, I want to go to Flip, who also invalidated his lap. Everyone invalidating his lap. Really brilliant. Leonid improving to go for 13th fastest. And I'm gonna go with Le Rappel, who just had a fastest middle sector. And he's very close to the top 2, which means he has a very good chance at snatching away pole position. We have Myra switching back to the softs, although he had very good pace on those mediums. Flip will help with a little bit of slipstream for Le Rappel. He improves, but he will stay 3rd fastest. And Flip is on a flying lap ahead of him. Oh, he's slowing down. I don't think if he wanted to slow down, he should have stayed in the way. But anyway, back to Myra, who's 2nd. And let's see if this time he can complete a flying lap and try to go for pole position. He goes faster in the 1st sector. AV is also on a flying lap. It's gonna be really close between the top 2. And also Slayer and many other drivers had a chance. And he improves in sector 2. Personal best, still not the fastest. I think he goes a little bit slower in sector 2. Now going to the chicane, a little bit deep there, heading to turn 14. And now on the main straight, crossing the line at a 1:17.234, provisional pole, very close, but now we have AV who just went fastest in. No, that was very close. Went fastest in sector 1, improving by 1/10 of a second, almost close to 2/10 of a second. I think that's enough for him to get pole position, as Myra lost time in sectors 2 and 3. Let's see how AV is gonna do. AV also losing time in sector 2. Oh, losing time here, he went wide. I think he's doing better than Myra here in the chicane. And now on the straight, and he crosses the line and a 1:17.282, and he will stay 2nd. Let's see, we have many other drivers now on flying laps. He's gonna stay 2nd, and Myra will retain his provisional pole. Well, let's see if Slayer's gonna have a say in that. He goes fastest in the middle sector, very deep into turn 9. And qualifying is over for all the drivers. And oh, we have Myra improving at a 1:16.862 from Myra. He extends his fastest time, and Slayer losing away a lot of time when he was fastest in the middle sector. Let's see, he'll cross the line and he'll record a 1:17.769, only 6th fastest from him. Maybe slowing down. I don't think we have any other competitors anywhere. I don't think so. That's gonna be Myra getting fastest, getting pole position. Paid, and someone forgetting that he needs to switch his gearbox. Okay, I don't know what happened. We still have Joanne out. Last driver to be out on track. And crossing the line on the 118, he improves and he goes 7th fastest right behind his teammate. So that's qualifying over for us. Here in Spain, we have Myra, the Finnish driver, taking pole position in his first race on a 116.862, the only driver to cross into the 116 mark. Right behind him is Avi, who was not able to improve his time a lot, and Myra had an extra lap. Le Rappel 3rd, G-Star Snipes 4th, Robinette 5th, Slayer 6th, Jehoen 7th, 8th for Shay, 9th for Mr. Water, Energetic for 10th, Womax 11th, Thibault for 12th, 13th for Vans, and finally we have Leonie and Lycant. Okay. Okay. There goes for a start, and for our formation lap, and I think we have the top 10 all on softs except for 2. We have the top 10 all on softs except for Mr. Water and Energetic. I did not notice Energetic was on mediums. I just realized it was there. And as I've said, we have the top 8 all on softs. It's gonna be really exciting between Myra, Ivy, and Le Rappel, and also we have G-Star. Those 4 are really close to each other in terms of pace. Meanwhile, back at the bottom of the pack, we have Womax, Thibault going for the softs, Vans going for the hards, Leonid for those mediums, Slopey also, Arnesh and Flip all taking mediums. And there is 23% chance that we will see rain in this Spanish Grand Prix. The predicted pit stop strategy, as predicted by AWS, a 2-stopper for the soft runners, a soft medium medium or a soft medium hard. That of course will depend on the safety car and anything that happens during the race. Meanwhile, I think the medium runners will take a 1-stop strategy with a more conservative approach to tire usage. Let's see, they're lining up on the grid right now. Who will be leading the race after turn 1? It's a long road till turn 1. So anything can happen. Okay. And ready, set, and slides out, and away we go. And I can see we have oh, I cannot see anything actually. We have a very good start from the McLaren of Le Rappel, who just we have AV at Le Rappel going side by side heading to turn 1 and 2, and we have yellow flags here behind, and it's the McLaren of that's actually the AlphaTauri of Energetic. Rappel going second and overtaking AV. We also have Robinette fourth, and Robinette and G-Star were going side by side. Robinette ahead and fourth, and still and G-Star going for that move from the inside. That's very good. That's a very good start for this Grand Prix. And they go heading for a potential overtaking zone, but still nothing to be seen there. Now back here we had Energetic, who had an incident at the beginning of the race. I couldn't see what it was. He was 10th, now 13th, doing an overtaking move. And what happened to Flip? He's still 17th. And Flip is without a front wing. That's a very bad thing. We have Chewen going to the pits, and I don't know what happened to Flip exactly. Maybe Lopi also going to the pits. Oh no, what happened to Rappel? He just spun in the middle of the track, and I hope he doesn't. And whoa, that was very dangerous. Back again, we have a about a 1.8 seconds gap there from Myra to AV, which will really be beneficial if he stays out of DRS for as long as he can. We have Lopi and Flip now going to the pits. The Flip switching to the other side of mediums. We have Robinette behind G-Star, really close behind G-Star. Still don't have DRS. I think it's gonna be activated at the end of this lap. And another fastest lap from Myra, 120.756. The closest to Myra being no one is close. Myra is on a planet on his own. He's the only driver currently recording in the 120s. There they go. Now we have Robinette with DRS heading to turn, I think that's turn 10, I don't know, but I'm turn 9 or 10, something like that. And it's turn 10 actually. Yeah, turn 10. And anyway, that's not important. We have very close, but now they're gonna head to a much longer DRS straight. Let's see if Robinette can get closer to G-Star. Another fastest lap from Mara. Simon Snow 120.621, and ouch. He doesn't. Getting close and closer, but still not close enough. Meanwhile, we have Shay and Slayer, and that's Shay ahead of Slayer. It's a classic move from Shay. And we'll have Slayer try to retake that position back. Oh, and Robinette going really deep into that corner and going wide, losing time behind G-Star. And Slayer got DRS, T-Bow got DRS, but nothing. And Sam on the main straight, T-Bow is really close behind Slayer. He's gonna get that DRS, and also he's passing Slayer. That Slayer losing 2 positions in these 2 laps. He needs to step it up. And yellow flags, double yellows in sector 2 for Energetic. It's been a very bad race so far for Energetic. And what could make it worse for Energetic? He just received a 3 seconds time penalty. Let's see if Slayer can do the move that T-Bow did. I know T-Bow is way far ahead, so I think Slayer is pretty much kind of struggling. Not struggling, but he's still not able to keep up with the pace. Receiving a penalty. Well, let's see, Slayer is closer than before, and he's taking good lines, better than the lines T-Bow is taking here in this chicane, and better exit too. He'll benefit from that DRS. He'll be able to get close to him. He goes with that DRS. He raises his rear wing, getting close. He'll take the inside line heading to turn 1, and he's ahead and back 5th. Oh. Close, we have Robinette just going to the pits. I don't know if he had some kind of damage or that's just his pit strategy, although I don't know how much the softs could last here. And Energetic, another penalty, and he's dead last. I don't know what's happening. If I were Energetic, I would have retired. So what's the point of racing? And T-Bow also heading to the pits, so I guess Robinette's pit stop was a scheduled pit stop. And you can see Mr. Water is faster, and he just recorded the fastest sector 1 on those mediums. So the soft runners should start to think about pitting soon. And he gets DRS, but still. So you can see Mr. Water is faster than Seameyer, a 121.169. Yes. And a 121.6. So he's still Meyer is faster than Mr. Water, but not by much. We have G-Star now pitting, and Mr. Water is right behind Slayer, and he's gonna benefit from DRS on this lap. And there he goes, getting close, and he's gonna go from the inside, and Mr. Water into 4th on those mediums. I think he got very good chances for a podium here. Those soft runners got a pit soon. We have Myra with a 5 seconds, almost a 5 seconds. It's now a 4.7 gap over AV. I think that's Myra should pit in order not to risk anything. So we have Shay now going to the pit. Slayer also going to the pits, and the fastest lap, 120.609 from Mr. Water, who is on the mediums. I mean, that's pretty remarkable from Mr. Water there. So yeah, the top two should start to consider pitting in the coming laps. Shay and Slayer both switching up in a new to and I don't know how to talk to a fresh set of mediums. And Slayer, come on, man. And the top two staying for another lap, and it's now 5 seconds to Myra for AV. 6 seconds now. And with DRS, Robinette with a much fresher tires, overtaking Womack, who's still on 10 laps mediums and 4th. So between the top two, 120.9 and 121.5, so that's AV 6 tenths slower than Myra on the latest lap, on the last lap. So we have Le Rappel, unfortunately, being held up by the DRS of Fomax is also very close to Robinette, and G-Star is also starting to get close, and Energetic finally decided to retire. And oh no, Le Rappel doing it again, the same mistake he did previously on, and the safety car is just out, and this will spice up the race. Safety car is out, I think that's because of Energetic retiring. Womack's just going to the pits, and Myra and Davey still out. Mr. Water is on mediums, he also couldn't pit. Womack, Rapel and T-Boss going to the pits, also Arnash. On the safety car waiting for the leader, so I reckon both Myra and Avi will have to pit now. Mr. Walter too, maybe? Robinette is on fresh tires, so that's gonna be a good advantage. Somewhat fresh. G-Star also, Shay also. And there goes, we have the top three now going to the pits, and Mara switching to a new set of softs, which is really interesting to see. AV switching to a set of mediums with 21 laps left to go. Mr. Water to a set of hards, so that's really diverse tire choice from the top three. And will Robinette by any chance? No, Myra will stay the leader of the race. Well, yeah, Energetic. I figured something was wrong. Because you usually drove very well, but it's okay. Better luck next time. So, under the safety car, it's gonna be really interesting. We're gonna have Myra on a set of softs, which would last for 10 laps or so. So he's gonna have to pit again. Avi, on the other hand, is on mediums, which could last maybe until the end of the race. I think you should try going for the end of the race. Myra will need to give it all. We'll have to pit again. We'll have to catch Avi again. So it will be interesting to see. So what do we have here? We have the safety car out for another lap. I think it's gonna be the last lap under the safety car, and we should have the restart on lap 16 with 18 laps left to go. Myra on softs, Avi on mediums. Who's gonna come out victorious? Now I could see Myra going for a one-stopper there on those softs, but he's gonna struggle a lot. Towards the end of the race, we had, I think we had Mr. Walter. Well, I think we had Mr. Walter on his mediums that he had before become faster than the softs after 7 laps or 8 laps. So this will be very interesting to see. We have 18 laps left to go. So I think the better strategy would be to go for another stop. But in the same time, I don't know how could that benefit Myra. And in my opinion, he did not. I think if you went for if you went for mediums, it would have been a much better decision. The safety car will be in this lap, but we'll wait and see. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. And we are off again, and we have green flags, and it's getting really exciting here. We have 4 drivers and 3 drivers. The goal gonna be heading to turn 1, and it's 4 drivers alongside, and ooh, Mr. Water ahead, Le Rappel, Womax, then Shay. What did I just see? 4 drivers wide heading to turn 1. Man, these drivers are impatient. .321, and he's 2 seconds faster than Avi. 120.821. It's actually a personal best, but still he's way much slower than Myra. He's 1.5 seconds slower, something like that. And that's gonna be the case for about 5 laps. And let's see if we're gonna see some action there. Le Rappel behind Mr. Water. Le Rappel is on better tires. I don't know if he's Le Rappel or I don't know if he's French, maybe. I wanna take a look. Oh, he's Dutch. Okay, so Le Rappel it is, I know. Let's see what he's gonna do with DRS and a faster, more grip on those tires. Nothing, he's gonna do nothing. This is a pretty much useless DRS zone. And this time he's gonna be able to do something, and on Main Street they're gonna be heading to turn 1 with DRS much faster, and he's ahead. And then every day I need to get this message. Something is wrong if I don't get this message. So far we have a 3 seconds gap between Myra and Avi, and it's getting really close. If I can take a look here back at the bottom, we should give those drivers a chance in the lights. Let's see this train. We have Womack, Sherwin, Thibaut and Flip. They're all gonna have DRS except for Womack. And Flip is very close, and he's not gonna be able to get close because of the DRS. Neither is Thibaut, and Sherwin isn't close to Womack, so yeah, the infinite loop of death. But oh, what's Thibaut trying to do? He goes very wide, which was gonna permit Flip to go for that move instead, and he moves up to 10th. On 7 laps mediums, that's a lot. And we have yellow flags, and oh no. And that's for Flip, the Mercedes driver, who's off, unfortunately. And we have Robinette just going to the pits. He was on pretty much old mediums, although I think those mediums can last longer. We have Womack now on 7 laps soft. Those softs are gone. Myra is also on 7 laps softs, which is interesting. And oh, there he goes, as the battle is on. We have Myra just going to the pits, and he switched to a set of mediums. Let's see how much he's gonna be behind AV. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see how much he's gonna be behind him. By then he's out of the by the time he's out of the pits. And There he is. He's 15.8 seconds behind. 12 laps to go. Can Myra do it? In my opinion, he can't. But I see. We still don't have any data in front of us. Let's see how the pace of Myra is compared to the pace of AV. Maybe we could judge then. And Slayer behind Shay. He has DRS, but he wasn't close enough, so he won't be able to go for it. But he had a much better exit there. See, he has more downforce and more grip. Oh, that was contact. There was contact between Shay and Slayer. I think Slayer misjudged the breaking point there. I don't think he has damage though. And with DRS, he's close. Not close enough. Back again, they're on the straight. This time Slayer is much closer behind Shay. What's he gonna do? What will he do? He's very close, and yellow flags in sector 3. And from the inside, and they go side by side into turn 1, and that's Slayer ahead. Shay, almost there was contact between the two drivers. Okay, so now I want to see. We have AV with a warning. A 120.304 last lap. Meanwhile, Myra a 126.35. Well, AV is faster than Myra. Myra's already right behind Shahoem, and he's gonna be held up. And he's gonna be really held up if he gets stuck in this DRS train. Yeah, he's gonna be stuck behind Shahoen and Shay. So he needs to overtake them as soon as possible. His victory is fading away. His chances of getting the victory is fading away. No, it was a little bit of contact. This is the golden chance. Oh, and they're side by side, and it's Myra a little bit on the grass, but still Shahoen is ahead of him. Myra got the grip, but he's still getting stuck in those DRS trains. And he has miles to cross to get to AV, so I think that's AV's win getting solidified lap after lap. Yeah, I kinda knew this was a bad strategy choice. Come on, will Shewen be able to pull this off? Him and Che and Shewen from the inside, and easy. And into 5th position, they're both on all mediums. Myra is way faster, but he's being held up. And he won't be held up for long. He won't be held up for long, yeah. Ooh, and that's contact between Che and Myra. Miss Elstone's judging the breaking point. This time they're gonna be on the DRS zone. It's very short. Che doesn't have DRS, which will be good news for Myra, as he'll be able to clear him off. So only 8 laps left to go, and it's nope, this one, and it's still an 18.18 gap, 18 seconds gap. And I think he's way slower at this point, and a lot of oversteer, as you can see. A 120.4 and a 122.4. He's 2 seconds slower than Avery. Che just went to the pits, so that's one less thing to be worried about for Myra. Well, we have Flip who's coming close. Well, he came out of nowhere. Ouch. And oh, how did I miss this? I have Flip overtaking Myra. I just dozed off. So we have Flip with 15 laps mediums overtaking Myra. I don't know what happened to Myra. I don't know if he had some kind of incident that he lost a lot of time. And Flip is gonna get DRS. I think, yeah, he's gonna get DRS, and he's gonna keep Myra away. So yeah, Myra was leading the race, and so he's now P7. And Flip with fastest lap, 119 point, what was that? 119.284. That's really remarkable on 16 laps mediums. And there he goes. I'm just looking at the penalties to see if he could benefit from the penalties of Slayer and Shewen, and he just gets one. Why not? Flip always has to mess it up. Oh, and what happened to Showen? Oh yeah, Showen almost took flip with him. He took flip with him actually. I don't know why Showen lost the grip and he went into flip. And that's really rhyming. Does he have front wing damage? I don't know, but he lost a lot of time, and that's Myra ahead of them both. He's now 17 seconds. I think all hopes are gone for Myra. All hopes were gone for even a podium for Myra. Actually, yeah, I think it's pretty much impossible. He could get P4, but not a podium. And AV is heading to win his first championship. Season 1 was won by Amir. Season 2 will be won by AV. Of course, if he doesn't DNF. After a great season and good battle with Amir and Connor, he's gonna emerge victorious. And the fastest lap is from down in 15th, down from P15, D-Star on his new set of softs recording a fastest lap. He won't be getting the fastest lap point, but he's gonna take it away from Flip. Who just went to the pits. Yeah, he's very unlucky, and I think it was the result of his impatience. He wanted to go for that move on Showen. Showen was all over the place, which resulted in Showen going into Flip. He should have been more patient. He could have just overtaken him at the corner or at the straight, but no. And that's what you get for being impatient. And it's the penultimate lap underway, and we don't have any battles. We don't have any significant gaps, except for here we have Flip, who's on much better tires, and he almost did the same mistake, and he's out of Womax. And the final lap of the race has just started, and AV is driving to take his championship and to win the Drivers' Championship. It was won by an Israeli in season 1, and it will also be won by an Israeli in lap 2. And season 2. and he crosses, and he's on the final couple of turns, and he crosses the line. He wins the Spanish Grand Prix, and he wins the Drivers' Championship for Season 2 of ERL Division 1. Congratulations for AV for that, after a beautiful season from him. We have, on the other hand, we have Le Rappel getting getting his first podium in his first race. Mr. Water getting another podium, and Miss Myra, after being very close to win this race, he's now 4th after a mistake in his strategy right behind his teammate. Slayer 5th, Robinette 6th. And I couldn't complete. And the driver of the day is Mr. Water here. Okay. There he goes, champion of ERL, AV, winning the race. We have Le Rappel, Mr. Water taking podium. Fastest lap from Flip, who had a very unlucky race, will finish 12th. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And until then, Merry Christmas.